Hi, everyone. My name's Julie Boyd, and I am one of Christian Assembly's Kingdom Partners based here in Kenya, and it is a privilege to be able to share with you this morning for today's Daily Touchpoint from the reading in our that we're all doing together in Daniel chapter 3, where it's a story I remember learning as a little girl of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego going into the fiery furnace, having the trust in God to not compromise and to believe that he was able to get them through the fire. And, this remarkable story of them going in and there being a fourth person in the fire with them, Jesus walking them through it and them coming out not burned, them coming out not even smelling like fire, and just the God who did impossible for them. And I think it's easier to look at that story when it's already been accomplished, to read it and to marvel at it, but to actually live it where you're in the middle of, I'm not going to compromise, but I don't know exactly how this is going to turn out. In verse 17 of Daniel 3, it talks about if we're thrown in that burning furnace, that blazing furnace, the God who we serve is able to deliver us from it, and he will deliver us, like such confidence. But verse 18 says, but even if he doesn't, that we want you to know that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold that you've set up. But even if not is what it's like to be in the middle of the story, where we don't always have the promise of how it's going to turn out, but that we still trust in the goodness, the loving kindness, the ability of God to walk us through it. And this week I came across this verse that's from Isaiah 54, verse 10, which is actually God's voice speaking to us. And it says, for even if the mountains walk away and the hills fall to pieces, my love won't walk away from you. My covenant commitment of peace won't fall apart. The God who has compassion on you, he's the one who says so. And I don't know what gave the confidence to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, what gave them such courage and boldness. I'd like to think that it was because they knew God in a way that his loving kindness was life for them. And in this verse from Isaiah, it's like, even if everything falls apart, if the mountains walk away, if the economy fails, if the healing that we're asking for, even if that doesn't come, that the love of God, it won't walk away from us, and that his covenant of peace, that it won't fall apart. And I pray that today, as we continue to walk through hard seasons, that we will also grow in courage and in confidence in the God who is still faithful, and that it will give us hope as we press on each day. So be encouraged. May God meet you and speak to you today in ways that your heart needs. And that's what I'm asking for myself and my family and my community as we continue to walk through these days that feel scary at times. But may we grow in knowing more and more the heart of God, and may it give us the hope to continue to follow.